Hello, everybody. Welcome to James and Jordan Talk to the Internet, episode
21?
18.
18.
Once we hit 20, Jordan's gonna take his dick out for everybody on Instagram. Right?
No, that's not going to happen. I don't believe in nudes, sending nudes.
What if it's tasteful? Like Daniel Radcliffe in front of that horse.
I've never seen that. I mean, if it's a tasteful nude, that's different. But if it's just something, gross and sexual, then I don't want that on the internet.
Well, it's definitely gross, and it is definitely sexual.
Daniel Radcliffe with a horse?
Well, he's naked.
Like, he's just standing
It's
by a
for
horse?
a play, yeah.
Oh. No, that's art.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf did some stuff like that.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
Okay, well, episode 19.
19.
Let's talk
You just said
about...
it was episode 18.
Shut the fuck up.
What episode is this?
This is episode 19. Because
Oh.
episode 18 was last week, and we didn't mention what episode it was. Or who we are. My name's James.
Yeah, and I'm Jordan.
We just want to start... I think that we normally do these right at the beginning, so then we can
The product sampling?
Yeah, so that we can suffer through them.
Do you want me to introduce it, or do you...
Well, I'll just say that we got a variety of gifts
from somebody we know
super
who
fan Matt.
works.
Jordan, what is this?
This is a
Here we go. Examination.
New England. It's not an IPA.
No, it's a stout.
The local brew.
Mm-hmm.
And it is called Peanut Butter and Fluff Flavor Stout.
Yep.
Which sounds gross.
Yep.
Should I read the back of it?
Is it interesting?
We took a New England tradition. The
Here we go.
fluff. Sorry. let me redo that.
Take two.
Woodland Farms Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
We took a New England tradition, the Fluffernutter sandwich,
Yep.
and turned it into the perfect wintertime adult beverage. Silky, smooth body with toasted bread crust overtones. This is beer, by the way.
Yep.
Layer perfectly over peanut butter and fluff flavors. Childhood samic? What is that? SAMMI. A smack? Oh, smack in a mug.
What?
It says smack in a mug. I don't know what that means. I think it's like, I don't know. It just says smack in a mug at the... You can read it if you want. I'm not making that up.
I refuse because I am illiterate. Here we go. We're gonna hold on.
Crack it open.
Let's get a glory. See if we can. I made a face because it smells weird.
Oh my god, it looks like chocolate milk.
Coca-Cola.
Ugh, I thought chocolate milk. That looks syrupy.
There you go.
That looks not. Maybe.
Give it a whiff before
I don't.
you.
It's. I don't. Okay, you know what this looks like? Oh, I don't even. That's too much. So I think it looks like. I would say like if somebody tried to mix that. Is it like Nesquik? Nesquik, the chocolate stuff?
Yeah, like the powdered chocolate.
Yes,
milk
if
mix.
somebody tried to put that into Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
and did not mix it properly.
It's thicker than Coca-Cola. A little bit thicker. All right.
It's Coca-Cola with...
Give it a sniff and tell me what you think.
That is actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to smell.
It smells very sweet. I'm going in.
No, that's gross.
I'm going for it.
Okay.
It's like weird flavored Guinness. What is that?
I don't taste any peanut butter.
No. It just tastes
or
like
fluff. I don't...
Guinness with sugar mixed in with it.
It tastes like...
It's very sweet.
The flavor's not as overpowering as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, there's not very much flavor.
Almost just tastes like water with like 95% dark chocolate. Like, that's the aftertaste.
Yeah.
Are you getting that too? The
No,
dark chocolate?
Man, I'm getting
chocolate. I'm not getting peanut butter or
I'm
fluff.
getting Guinness with sugar mixed in with it, which kind of makes sense, I guess.
This
'cause
may
Guinness
in fact
is
be
chocolatey.
rebottled Guinness.
It might be.
That's a little watered down.
I don't really like that.
I'm not a fan. But it wasn't, I didn't think it was disgusting.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean, in
wasn't
a
a fan.
pinch, I would probably drink it.
Yeah, I mean, if you just
There would
needed
have to be
to.
literally no other options, and I'd really want to have to get drunk.
Yeah, I don't think you could really get that intoxicated off of this because that.
I think you get a sugar high well before you got
Yeah,
drunk.
like your skin's just, your heart's gonna be like pounding and your skin's gonna turn red because there's probably a lot of sugar in that.
We're not gonna read the back of the can. Don't-
I just did.
We don't want to. We don't want to know.
I already read the back of the can.
Moving on from that.
They're not gonna have nutrition facts on a beer can. Here's your nutrition fact. Government warning.
It contains alcohol.
Yeah, Surgeons General. Yeah, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy. That's there's your nutrition facts there.
Speaking of nutrition
It
facts,
also says you shouldn't drive a car either.
that's for
What
pussies.
else? Yeah.
We should probably mention that it's Halloween when we're recording.
Oh
this.
yes, this is a Halloween episode, and it's
It's-
not going to be released on Halloween.
It's gonna be released tomorrow, the day after Halloween, or November 1st, for those of you who know numbers. We can talk about a movie we went to see. No spoilers. We'll save that for a future. We'll see how the tack on thing goes. I edited that earlier for James Bond, and that's gonna go on the end of this podcast. We'll see how that goes. People like that, we'll do more of those.
Okay.
And then we'll also have, we're going to record right after this. Jordan, you want to tell everybody what we're going to record right after this?
We are going to record a sort of a movie review for 1978 Halloween.
Halloween. This is going to be part of a new podcast that we're going to be doing. It's going to be called James and Jordan Go to the Movies. When will that be out? I don't know. I still haven't done any of the work for it. I have no logo. We don't have a song. We don't have any Instagram pages. I should probably do that before we put this out so the people don't take them. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. But we should talk about, Jordan, what movie did we go see?
What are you talking about, Dune?
Dune. Went and saw Dune in theaters. What did you think of it?
I liked it.
Your opinions are going to be more
I liked it.
interesting than
I
mine.
think there's a lot going on that I didn't really care about. And I tend to not like movies that take place in the desert, but this one, just because it's boring, there's nothing there. No change of scenery. But I thought the music was really good, and it was visually very stunning. So I was able to watch it.
Visually incredible.
Yes. The
And Hans
cinematography
Zimmer.
was great.
Cinematography was good.
Was it Hans Zimmer?
Hans Zimmer did the score.
No, nice.
That was good. I did not like the movie. I was not a fan. I didn't know what the fuck was going on throughout the entire movie. I wasn't a big fan of their stupid dragonfly helicopters.
Yeah, those were a little bit odd.
I
I thought they looked cool.
didn't really get
Why they use
What-
swords when they have all this technology.
that, and also why space pilots needed the spice. I understand that it makes
spice
them
was
kind
like
of
everything,
see the
right?
future, like it's like a premonition sort of thing. So you got a bunch of dudes high in the back, like, go left, we're gonna hit an asteroid. It's the death crystals from Rick and Morty. I understand that. I understand their reasoning behind it.
Wasn't it like they're
One, they don't explain that in any way.
no,
They just say
they don't say why they need it.
They just say they need them. They need spice for intergalactic travel, which is why it makes it so valuable, or interstellar travel. And from that, we're supposed to interpret that they need it to sort of see the future.
Right, but they brought why did his name's Paul, right?
Paul, yeah.
Why did his family have to go there to begin with?
I think that the Emperor.
Yeah, he like tricked him into going there, but why did he want to kill them?
No idea. Honestly,
No
it's like
idea.
it's Wonder Woman 2 syndrome. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, here's the
Don't kick
what
me.
is that? Oh.
My
Well,
foot.
here's the thing with that is there's supposed to be like, isn't it supposed to be like a trilogy? And it's long as shit. and it's like
This
all
is
over the place.
So Dune Part 2 was just announced that they made enough money from this movie that they're definitely going to make the sequel.
Okay.
And this was the first half of one of the books. So I guess this is a whole series of books that this dude wrote, and his son, I guess, wrote a whole bunch.
But is there never any, like, is it one of those books that just keeps going? I mean, like, if you read Harry Potter, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yep.
This movie just seemed like an endless beginning with no middle and no end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like they didn't accomplish anything, did they? Or no, he joins that other group.
Well, spoiler.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I'll tell you my synopsis of Dune.
Dune?
Dune. Yeah, we should watch Dune with The Rock.
With The Rock? I've seen that movie.
Carl Urban.
Yeah, I don't need to see that one again. That's a one-time movie.
They're dudes hanging out on a planet.
Yeah, they're the Spicers.
They go to a different planet.
Spice Girls.
Yeah. Baby Spice. They show up on this. They go to another planet.
The farm.
To farm
or
a
mine,
drug.
I guess. Mine the
to
spice.
Hang out on Jabba's party boat and get all this drug. And then they walk through the desert. And that's what happens in this movie.
Oh, and they have these suits that cool them down.
Yeah, and they take their piss and they drink their piss.
Yeah, it like recycles all your liquid.
It Bear Grylls does it.
See, do you think desert stuff is boring as well?
It depends on what it is. I think that it can be a good catalyst. Like the beginning of Planet of the Apes is through a desert, and that's really cool because it's like they only have a certain amount of supplies and they're just walking aimlessly. But also that
there's
part of the movie lasts like 10 minutes.
Right. I mean, there's just not much to look at. I mean, it's just sand.
Yeah.
Like the early shots in that
and it's like
movie, I thought were like, yeah, very beautiful. Where he's like touching the water to feel everything before you go out to the boring as shit desert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was the one thing is like, you know, get out of the desert. Like
comb the desert.
Build a city or something for me to look at.
Sir, do you think we're being too literal? No, you fool. We're combing the desert.
Yeah, so Dune, a little bit too much sand. Could have used a change of scenery once in a while.
So that movie is like 2.5 hours long. I think it was about 45 minutes too long.
That was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was bad. It was rough. It was tough sitting there in the theater.
Yeah.
Watching it. I got pretty bored pretty quick.
I wasn't bored because, you know, you got Timothy Chalamet's jawline to look at.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you might cut your hand on it, you know. So
he could probably.
I watched a video of him falling out of a chair.
Why? Why is that a video?
He was on stage, and they were in those like director's chairs things.
Oh yeah, the things that like don't have arms and they look like they're just built to fall over.
They're like the beach chairs where they're super flimsy and made out of. They're like a metal skeleton with cloth, like over it. And somebody says something. He starts laughing. He leans back in his chair. And then he just falls over.
I don't want to watch that.
It's really funny.
Did his jawline break his fall?
I think that he actually went to the center of the earth.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be young Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
The amazing chocolate theory. You think Willy Wonka drinks this shit?
Yeah. I think he boils it down to its syrup and then he like hardens it out and then he crushes it all up and then he snorts it.
I bet you like the new one, Willy Wonka, it's going to be like, he's going to have like a serious, they're going to get dark with it.
I don't think they are. I think this is supposed to be a fun one.
No, they're going to get real dark.
Okay.
They're going to be like Tim Burton's Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp. Yeah, they're going to be like, that wasn't even like we're going
That's
like
child's play.
We're going for like a rated R.
He's just like fucking Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, like sick stuff like that. But also he's just hammered off like these fruity.
What about any of the Willy Wonka
beers.
movies made you think he wasn't shit-faced the entire time?
I didn't think he was. I think he was on like LSD or something. He was high.
He was cracked out of his mind.
Oh, that's funny. I might have actually seen somebody smoking crack today. Like,
okay.
Well, it was like a life event. Like I've never seen that before, and I was like,
you've been to New York several times, didn't they do?
And I don't go to those spots.
Okay.
There are places you can go in New York where you can just straight up see people shooting heroin.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're sketchy as all hell, so I don't go down there.
You know, go to like the red light district of New York.
I've been to they don't have one.
They not an official one. We should also talk about our podcast analytics because we have that now. What percentage? What do you think is our most popular episode? Just take a wild guess. You don't know the names of any of them.
The first one.
No, it's You've Got Me Burning.
That's where we were singing the song, yeah.
You've got me
Burning. You got me burning.
Geographic
Burning
region.
in the third degree.
99% United States, 1% United Kingdom. Fuck yeah, we're breaking in.
Somebody from the United Kingdom listened to that. Do they tell you how many people have listened to it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see how many people listen to each podcast. 20 people listen to You Got Me Burning.
How do they even find that shit?
Mm.
Is it 20 people?
Yeah.
Like 20 different people?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Our listening platforms, 75%. This is really riveting for everybody listening. Those 20 people could be pissed. 75% on Spotify, 3% on Google Podcasts, web browser, 2%, other 20%. Age, audience demographics, age 28, 34, 99%.
28 to 34?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? You're like an actual adult. Like, come on.
Yeah.
35 to 44, 1%.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that we're for children because we are children.
I'm not. I'm in that demographic.
Our audience is 100% male.
Yeah. And does it tell you if they made it through an entire episode?
I might be able to look into that.
I want to know
really...
at what point did they click off?
The beginning.
Probably.
They
I don't
accidentally clicked it.
Even podcasts I like, I don't listen to the entire thing because I don't have like a fucking hour to sit there, you know?
Our first episode, What Even Is This? January 18th. 6 plays. 6 people have listened to that.
Yeah, but that was all you.
Shut up.
You told me you listened to it like a bunch of times so you can tell if anybody else was listening to it. But the 20 people, that's somebody.
Not me. I only listened to it
listened
once after I upload it.
I never listen to this stuff.
You should. It's good.
Is it?
It's kind of funny sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
I can't. I was told that I should do stand up.
By who?
You know that podcast the other podcast I told you about that I was on?
Yeah.
The guy I did that with, his name's Logan. He told me I should do stand up. That would be so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bomb.
I don't think I can picture you doing stand up. Give me your best stand up bit right now.
So what's the deal with airline food?
Yeah, you're gonna get booed off the stage.
I'll just do old Jerry Seinfeld bits. The audience is young enough that they won't have heard it.
And it's also from like 1993
What's the
and
deal
not
with
very
pagers?
relevant. Yeah. When you're trying to get a payphone.
Don't you hate it when you're in a Chinese food restaurant and you're waiting for a call?
Or more like...
They call out your name, but they say it wrong? So then you miss your call?
I mean, nowadays, it's like if you try to like hail a cab or something, everyone's just like, why don't you just get Uber?
Yeah. Remember when you had to go to the restaurant to get your food?
Wasn't that long ago. They had takeout in the 90s. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Domino's was around
there.
like 1960.
Yeah, until like, you can't get a 5. Shut the fuck up.
No, you call them. It's the same as it was now. It wasn't that long ago, dude.
We should get pagers. Like whenever somebody asks us for a number, just give them our pager.
I'm gonna get a pager and then I'm gonna use it to get out of situations I don't want to be in.
Yeah.
Like if I don't want to talk to somebody, I'll just be like looking down and like, oh shit, I gotta. That's how a pager works, right?
Yeah, there's a joke in The Simpsons where they have a leak and the plumber's like, yeah, it'll be about 3 weeks if I order the parts today, which it won't.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, he holds up his pager, it beeps, he holds it up, it goes, low battery, goes, oh, emergency call, gotta go.
Yeah, it's genius.
Yeah, this show's really funny. Conan O'Brien, right for that show. Funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny.
What else should we talk about? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Working.
It's been 2 weeks since we recorded last. Just about. Probably
2 weeks.
way more than that, probably.
I don't know. I just went to the movies and then I go to work. But I don't really do much.
We should do stuff.
Like that woman who was maybe smoking crack in the parking lot. That was like the highlight of, for a while for me, the highlight of everything.
That's your big.
Yeah, I've just
event.
never seen someone smoking crack. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, I don't know. She was kind of aware of me being there. This is my only story, like, for a while. But so I was trying to get a good look at her because I was like, she's hunched down in her car. She's, like when people are doing drugs, they hunch down in their car.
Or jacking off.
No, she wasn't doing that.
You don't know.
She had, yeah, I do, because both of her hands were up and she was
You can
holding
get a thing where you put it
lighter and
inside your
something else.
vagina or your butthole, and you can control it with your phone, and it vibrates.
Yeah, she wasn't doing that. I'm pretty sure she was just smoking crack. But I couldn't get a good enough look. She was aware of my presence, and then I just didn't want to stare at her anymore.
I would have gone up.
She
asked for a hit.
thing is, she looked like, well, no, she's not gonna give you a hit, man.
You don't know.
She's a crackhead.
Maybe she's cool.
She wants all the crack she can get. She looked like a crackhead, and she was smoking something that looked like how people smoke crack. Where you get the the lighter up, too, because you're not gonna be like torching a cigarette and inhaling it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my only new thing is I might have seen somebody smoking crack. Why? What's new with you?
I'm excited to not be working outside anymore.
Oh yeah, I was wondering, what do you do in the wintertime? Are you still expected to drive
Yeah.
all the way out to these places?
Yeah.
In a snowstorm?
Uh-huh.
No, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm a male prostitute, by the way. That's what I do for work.
Yeah, rain,
what-
snow, or shine. You got to be making that
I'm better
dough.
than the American Post Office. We can talk about how I got my new couch. Not very exciting.
Ooh, a couch.
Yeah. Woo! It's fun. I had people over yesterday. That's why we couldn't do this yesterday. We were hanging out. I made cheeseburgers. They were delicious.
Oh yeah,
Watch Ghostbusters.
the 2016 one.
Well, yeah, it's the only real Ghostbusters.
How many times are you gonna watch Ghostbusters?
Probably once or twice a year for the rest of my life. I really
Yeah.
like that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's an important movie to me. It's from my childhood.
You know what's weird is I watched some of the 2016 one.
The
Yeah,
one that was ruined because they were women, right? That was the problem.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly the problem because like
No,
I
it
was
is.
watching
That's
it
the only problem with it.
and
If they were men, it would be good.
no, it wouldn't. It actually like wasn't that bad. It wasn't nearly as bad as I remember it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but if it wasn't Ghostbusters and they just did that kind of similar humor in a completely different movie, like they could have been. You can have like hunters and stuff like that in like any movie. You know
Sure.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
they could have had something that was, ghost related but not Ghostbusters. Like
Uh-huh.
it doesn't really like feel like a Ghostbuster movie
No, it doesn't.
at all.
Because it's not very funny.
But like, no, I mean like in a different situation, some of the humor in that, like some of the characters in that, I thought were pretty funny.
I think there
at
might
times.
be 2 good jokes in it.
Yeah, I think. Well, when I saw it in theaters, nobody laughed. It was dead silent.
It wasn't because the theater was empty and you were the only one.
No, it was a packed theater, and nobody laughed once the entire movie. It was really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like horrendously bad.
It's
I
pretty
think
bad.
it's just, yeah.
It's a movie that doesn't respect the intelligence of its audience.
Yeah, it could have been any other just ridiculous movie though, like where they're hunting ghosts
The joke
instead of
that
Ghostbusters.
I come back to, and this is sort of my default, like, general how it's bad. A very specific example of how it could have been better is there's a part where Chris Hemsworth is wearing glasses, and then one of the Ghostbusters comments about how his glasses don't have any lenses, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I just use these because they make me look smarter." That's the joke. It's not funny. What they could have done, or what I would have done in that situation, is I wouldn't have mentioned that they don't have lenses in them. I just would have had him like rub his eyes or something through his glasses.
No, it's not funny.
That would have been more funny.
No, I like when he says he doesn't have lenses.
I think the two good jokes in that movie are when Kristen Wiig, I think it is, she goes to the mayor and she's talking to him about what's going on, and he's at dinner, and he's just completely ignoring her. He's like, "You're full of shit, whatever, fuck off." And she's like, "You're acting like the mayor from Jaws," and he just freaks out on her. He's like, "Don't ever compare me to the mayor of Jaws."
Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
That was funny. And
the
then
mayor from Jaws.
when they're walking through like a prop thing or something at a stage or something to do with movies, and they have the heads with the wigs on them, and one of them is walking through, and then another one's just sort of standing there with a stupid face wearing one of the wigs.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
funny.
Who's that actress?
I don't remember.
What the hell's her name? No, I think she's funny.
I mean, they're all funny people, and they've been
Yeah.
in funny things, just that they were given a shit script.
I'm just saying, like, that same cast, different, like, not Ghostbusters,
If they had made a better
but
movie,
it's like
yeah.
a movie, yeah, like, not related to Ghostbusters, but just like a movie where they're hunting ghosts.
They could have just made a good Ghostbusters movie.
Not with, no.
Yeah, they could have. Just write a good movie. Write funny jokes. Funny, intelligent jokes. They don't even have to be that intelligent. They just have to be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Ghostbusters is just like, just Ghostbusters, you know? Like, you don't need any more of them.
No, you don't. You don't need any more than the
I don't
first
even
one.
really care for the sequel.
Second one's not great.
No.
It's okay.
And now there's another one coming out.
I'm excited for it.
be
Against my
funny.
better judgment. I think it's going to be pretty good.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
got a lot of,
was it Paul Rudd?
yeah, it's got a lot of good actors in it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
looks
He's
awesome.
getting chased by one of those hell dogs
Yeah.
in the supermarket.
Yeah. Little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man coming out.
What's with the ghosts in the 2016 one?
They're too vibrant.
Yeah, they don't look like cool or anything.
Yeah, the librarian. At
I
the
like to
beginning
see
of the
the,
first one. Ah!
Yeah. Yeah, I like to see the little hell dogs back.
The terror dogs.
Some
Maybe I've
Sigourney
got a
Weaver
milk
dog.
bone in my pocket.
Somebody brought a cougar to a party and it
went nuts.
was it a cougar? What
Yeah.
is he? Yeah. What happened here? Somebody brought a cougar to a party and it went bananas.
That movie's great. Yeah, what else are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're running out of stuff.
I think we should do the other one.
You want to do the other one?
Oh yeah.
We're only at like 27 minutes.
That's the perfect length.
That's too short. Most of these are 45 minutes to an hour long.
That's too long.
Nah.
I think so.
Well, I guess we are going to have that bonus thing at the end of this.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to end this now. Listen at your own risk. If you haven't seen No Time to Die, James Bond 2021, don't listen to the next like half hour because we're going to be talking about it nonstop. Spoilers ahead. You've been warned. All right. This is the spoiler. This is the very spoiler heavy review discussion about James Bond No Time to Die.
Shouldn't we do this after we watch it again?
Well, we can. Well, I got all my notes.
Okay.
I can talk about my feelings, and you can talk about your feelings after the next one if you want.
Okay.
This will come out. So Monday, the one that we just recorded will come out, and then not next Monday, the Monday after that. So if we see it again and we want to change anything between now and then, we can.
Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Let's go. All right.
Spoilers for No Time to Die. This is at the end of episode 19 of James and Jordan Talking to the Internet. We also didn't mention that in episode 18.
I don't even know what
We're
these
so
are
rusty.
anymore.
We haven't
I
done
don't-
this in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, this is a thing we've never done before. We're just gonna sort of tack this on, and this could be a prototype for the new podcast.
Sure.
We're
Where
gonna
we
go
watch a
through.
movie and talk about it.
We didn't really go through and do anything deep no facts, nothing like that. We're just gonna sort of talk about what we liked about the movie and what we didn't like, if anything.
Not like the whole thing.
I'm gonna say gun barrel opening, classic. I called it. You can ask Lindsay. I called it. I said they're probably gonna do it because it's Daniel Craig's last Bond, and they don't really do it for Daniel Craig movies.
He's done it before.
He has, but at Skyfall and Spectre, he did it at the end.
Oh.
He didn't do it at the beginning.
Okay. Guess that
Mr.
matters.
Popular over here, getting all these messages.
It's not even a message. I don't even know what it was.
The opening sequence had some Dr. No vibes. I was a big fan of that.
Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, this is a spoiler.
Yeah. I think the opening to that movie was like my favorite out of any.
It was really good.
It was the first time there's like almost like that I can think of. I haven't seen every James Bond movie, but I mean it was almost like a horror movie.
Yeah.
That creepy mask he's wearing when he appears in the window.
Yeah, you got spooked.
Did anybody else jump, or was that just me? Because
I think it was
fucking
just
scary.
you. Because you're a pussy.
Dude, she just looks out the window and he's got this like creepy white mask on.
Yeah,
I love that, like, her mom's just drunk off her ass on pills,
smoking cigarettes and
yeah, and she's so it shows like her upbringing is just like
shitty,
not right, but like,
and then she knows how to kill a man,
right,
and then drag his body out into the snow.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about her parents?
Well, her dad's an assassin, so but
how did that guy not die? Can I just ask
probably
that?
had like he gets shot like 5 times in the chest.
Yeah, and then falls like 15 feet onto his back.
And then hauls what is she, like 8, 12?
Yeah.
I don't know, 8.
He's
She
young.
hauls like an 8-year-old girl. Well, that's still heavy,
Yeah.
Out of ice, out of water.
Dripping wet, like sopping wet.
Yeah, he's something else.
I'm pretty sure he's a Terminator.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, my favorite part in that scene, because I thought it was just like creepy, like the mask and everything,
Mhm.
but just the sound of the bullets in this movie when
Great.
he like unloads on the girl's mom.
Yeah.
And it's just like fucking overkill. Like, I don't know why, but I just like the way it was shot was like, it was like horrifying. Like
Yeah.
the sounds.
It definitely had some horror elements.
Yes, it was a good opening.
The
What's
next thing I have on my list is the explosion when he goes to Vesper Lynd's grave. That was really good. I
wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it either. I loved that we got the ringing in the ears multiple times in this movie.
Dude, the audio in this movie is like really good.
James Bond was really freaked out. Like Daniel Craig played it great. He was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, but like you said, the ringing in the ears, it makes you feel like you're like there watching.
It had Saving
him.
Private Ryan vibes.
Yeah, it makes, because you're hearing what he's hearing.
Yeah,
and
he's just like
that's
darting
always,
around. He doesn't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
And then the chase scene, that whole chase scene was great.
When he dives behind that tiny little boulder.
I have that specifically. Ducking was great.
Yeah, that was.
Like, he knows he's not going to make it anywhere else, so he just dives under that little thing and the car goes over him. It was awesome.
Was that an actual car? Or was that all CGI? The
It
cars
must have
looked
been
like they
CGI.
were CGI.
They
to
must
me.
have been.
A lot of those scenes. That was the one thing. Is like some of the cars. It looked like they weren't doing like actual stunts.
Yeah.
But he also drives a motorcycle. Like,
The motorcycle looked a lot better than it did in Skyfall.
when is he? Oh, I haven't seen Skyfall in a while. I guess
You should go back and watch that because there is some shitty
Watch
ass green
Spectre.
screen
Yeah.
where it's very clearly not Daniel Craig on those rooftops.
Anyway,
The next thing, ducking was great. I knew she was pregnant.
I didn't. I didn't see that coming at all.
When she gets onto the train, you see her do this, and she holds her stomach, and I went, she's pregnant. I almost turned to you and said, she's pregnant.
No. Well, that would have. I wasn't expecting that at all. I legit thought they were getting rid of her so that he could just have sex with more women.
You just
'Cause
wanted to see him fuck.
No, I just assumed.
Which he definitely did.
With who? He gets rejected by.
Yeah, but he's been in that position before. You could tell that
in that movie.
yeah.
Who else does he?
Not
bang
it's
in?
implied, but like in that 5 years,
there's 5 years. Oh yeah,
he was
for
he
sure.
was
Yeah,
just
no,
fucking like crazy.
No, there's no way James Bond could ever go 5 years without banging someone.
He's just like in his every single night.
But he seems so. Well, then I was thinking like he seems like very desperate, like he wants because literally like this woman gives him a ride home, and he just immediately is like, "We're gonna go to Pound Town," and she's like, "No."
Yeah, I think he kind of knew that she was an agent, though.
He's
just playing along.
He was fucking with her, but not
with his dick.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
He was being a dick.
Yeah.
The 007 fake out was neat, but not needed.
What do you mean?
When M says, "Get me 007," and then cuts to James Bond, but he's not 007. I don't know how I feel about that, how that was introduced. I feel like we all saw it coming, so why do this sort of...
Oh, why he's gonna like
we all saw that he wasn't... We all sort of knew that he wasn't 007. We got that he had been replaced.
Yeah.
So why do this whole thing and play it out? Like, why not just say, "Get me," or have her be 007? Why have that scene, you know? Like,
where
it was kind of cool.
Introduce her?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a number.
Like, yeah, it was weird. It was a little weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Felix was good. Felix Leiter. His brother at CIA. Or at Langley, I think he says in Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright, always great. Love him. The awkward girl was great. Is what I have written here.
Yeah, I forget her name.
I forget her name too. She was in it for like 5-10 minutes. Every single review I've heard said she was awesome. Should have been in it more. I 100% agree. She did a great job.
There's some comedy relief in this movie.
Yes, definitely. This is a good movie.
Yeah. I love this movie. This is my favorite.
Bad Guy's plan
sure.
is convoluted. I would agree. Yeah. It's over the top, just like every single James Bond villain ever, except maybe Casino Royale.
Yeah, he's the only one who you can maybe like relate with. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of the I liked that though.
Yeah.
Because
I enjoyed it. It wasn't too far.
No, and it was just seemed different. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna blow something up. It's like they're creating like a chemical weapon.
Yes.
Or like
nanobots.
Yeah, like or like it's like a bio weapon thing.
Yeah.
Like it was that goes back to like it being almost like a horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see
this
the
invisible threat
it,
that will just spread,
and the effects of it are basically like we've opened up the Ark of the Covenant, and our face is gonna melt off. Like the club scene in there. Oh,
everybody's just melting.
Do you get the dude's eye on there?
Later on, yes, I do.
Okay, all right. I'll wait then, because I fucking love that. I thought that was so cool.
Felix was good. Awkward girl. Bad Guy's plan. Smart Blood is dumb. I just want to say that.
Smart Blood.
Yeah.
This is why we need to watch it again. What was that?
It's more of a Skyfall / Spectre thing, where it's like, because in Casino Royale they put up like a tracking thing in him, but then they cut it out, so they put like nanobots in his blood.
Yeah,
that's just dumb. I don't really like that.
I think it's a violation of a.
Killing brother was I'm not sure how I feel about him killing Blofeld. It was just weird. It was very Dark Knight. That whole interrogation scene.
Yeah.
And I could take it or leave it. I appreciate that it's sort of like
he wasn't.
James Bond's not slamming on the table and like screaming at him. He's just like, just tell me what I'll leave you alone. You tell me what I want to know, leave you alone.
Yeah.
That's how just come on. Play along. It's like this very calm until he just very subtly loses his cool.
Yeah, and kills him.
Accidentally.
Right.
Dad Bond is great.
Dad Bond?
Dad Bond. I loved him cooking breakfast and how he's sort of like, is it good? Like, what do you think? That was great. Daniel Craig, good actor.
He didn't know that was his daughter.
He knew.
He knew later.
He knew. He's the world's greatest spy.
Well, okay, did you notice how like the girl they used in that, her eyes were extremely blue, like Daniel Craig's?
Like Daniel Craig's.
Like originally, I thought that was funny because originally, like, I saw this other thing they were talking about how like anytime Bond changes or whatever, people get all upset.
Oh yeah,
and I remember, and I remember when, because Casino Royale is the first one, right?
Yeah, with Daniel Craig.
I remember when that came out.
People lost their minds about
people were like
short,
he's blonde and he has
blue-eyed
eyes. Yeah, and then they just like add that into the movie, like basically like fuck you.
That girl did a good job. That little girl.
Yeah,
she was a good actress. Crushing Trader with car is cool.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. That would be a painful death.
That was pretty badass.
Yep.
M is a cunt.
The hell?
He's an asshole.
Well, not really.
He switches character pretty dramatically. Back and forth throughout this movie.
Well, and then towards the end when he's like, we did this like for something that was, that was going to be less collateral and all this, and that like he keeps repeating that, and then finally he just stops talking.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
clearly I fucked up.
Yeah. M's fine.
Ralph Fiennes did a great job though. I think he's very good in these movies. Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort.
Gadgets are cool.
He doesn't have a whole lot of them.
He's got his watch.
He's got a watch.
He's got that plane thing.
Yeah, but that's a vehicle. And then
vehicles are gadgets. He's got the we got to talk about the Aston Martin DB5. Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Classic. It's great. Every time I see it.
Did you also notice some of the shots in this movie were like when he's at the on the island, bad guy's base there, how they were like tubes that he was walking through, like the hallways. Yeah. But it almost looked like the barrel of a gun, like the original shot.
That was very deliberate, yes. And then he whips around and shoots.
Yeah, like there's...
Yeah, that was very clearly...
There's a bunch of stuff like that throughout the whole movie, though, that I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Again, the cinematography in this movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. And there's never... It's very fast paced. Like, there's nothing.
It's the longest Bond movie ever.
And it's nonstop. It
does not feel like it. It feels long, but you want more.
See, it's like normally if someone's like, this movie's action packed and it's like furious or something, I'm like, I don't want to like that's not cool to me. See, this movie was action packed, but like
it gave you a couple of moments to breathe.
Right, and it never felt like stupid.
Yeah.
Where I was like,
the action served a purpose. It wasn't there for action.
And it made me, right, like it, so like if I was like 13 and watched like Furious or something, I'd probably think it was awesome. But this movie, as like an adult who's like, will watch like action-packed movies and just be like, this is fucking dumb. Like, there's nothing to this. Like, this is just cars blowing up and shit. Like, this movie made me feel like I was like, a kid.
It all served a purpose.
Right, and it was very
which is very important. Bond break-in was dope.
Bond break into what? The bad guy's lair?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sweet.
When he did that little tuck and roll, pulled out his little gun, pew pew. Seeing James Bond with a regular gun, it upsets me. I don't like seeing him with a regular gun. He's got to have his little Walther PPK.
PPK.
I guess I didn't have it on here, but the eyeball. Let's talk about the eyeball.
Yes, the eyeball. The eyeball in the room.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So it shows, I like how they show, like, they show it in, I mean, I looked up Spectra, what that was. Like, I was reading about the organization. I didn't realize it was in, like, all the other movies. This is how stupid I am with James Bond.
It's in all the other movies, but they can't call it Spectre because of legal issues. They also couldn't call anybody Blofeld because of legal issues.
They're in like the 60s ones.
They're
right?
in the Sean Connery ones. I think after that, like Roger Moore killed him, dropped him down a smokestack.
Right, but I mean they're.
But it wasn't Blofeld. It's a bald guy.
The way I view them all is like when you go through a different James Bond, like they don't all connect.
No, not at all.
No, it's like
well,
you're just a whole new reimagining of
They kind of
character.
do.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Because he gets married in that one with George Lazenby. And then in one of the Roger Moore ones, he visits her grave. And then also George Lazenby looks at the camera in his one James Bond movie that he made because he was like an Australian model or something, not an actor.
Yeah, they don't connect.
And he's like, this didn't happen to the other fellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not, I wouldn't, that just sounds like shitty.
It's an okay movie.
The Eyeball.
The Eyeball is great. I love
Blowfield, right?
the puns are fantastic.
So, yeah, well, okay. No. Still want to talk about the eye. Spectra. Okay. What I liked is like anytime you see it, it's like very like classic villain. Like in Spectra, he's in the shadows,
twirling the
and it's
mustache.
like he's like in the shadows, and it's just like a really cool scene.
That reveal was stupid. It made me mad.
Okay, well, I liked it.
Like in the movie, it looks great, and it's great for the movie. In real life, it would be infuriating.
Why?
It's just like this super slow, dramatic build. It's like, just fucking open the door.
I liked it because you're just sitting there like, this is creepy. Who's this weirdo?
So fucking
no.
annoying.
Anyway,
can you imagine showing up to work every single day as that therapist and having to wait for that every single fucking day?
Oh, you're talking in this movie, or you're talking Spectra?
In that movie,
Spectra.
In the new No Time to Die, when he rolls up in that little thing.
Oh yeah.
Like in real life, that'd be
I thought you
fucking
were,
infuriating.
I was talking about Spectra in the movie Spectra.
Oh, when he looks up and he's like, James Bond.
Yes,
and then that guy,
cool.
Dave Bautista, chases him.
Yeah, that scene's cool. Anyway, yeah, that reveal was hilarious.
He was so fucking annoying.
It's like there's no
like an
point
Austin
to
Powers.
Yeah,
skit.
basically, yeah.
It was so bad.
Like if there's ever an Austin Powers again, like there's gonna
they
be
have to do a gritty reboot.
You
of
know
Austin
there's
Powers.
gonna be like a straight up 6-minute long scene. Of like the tied up villain just. And it's probably gonna break down like halfway.
Yeah, they have to get out. Like, you got like it's like Spinal Tap, the guy with the blowtorch trying to get the drummer out or whatever.
Anyway,
he was the bass player. He's not the drummer.
I love how like when you first see him, it's Blofeld, right?
Blofeld, yeah.
Blofeld, yeah. When you first see him, he's like, we got to talk to him, and they're just like, turn on that security camera, and he's like, oh yes, oh no, that's great. Oh, I love that. Like it's fucking crazy, and they're just like, yeah. He's fucking crazy.
He's gone batty.
He's like, you can't talk to him. He's fucking crazy. And then you find out later, like, he's just using a bionic eye.
Yeah.
And to see, like, all his friends. So basically, it's like he's not even in jail. Like, he's just getting his little henchmen to carry him around. While in his mind, he's seeing everything he wants. So he's basically Skyping with the world. So he never left the organization. I thought that was the coolest shit. Because I thought he was just, like, in the loony bin. Because he was kind of a weird... guy to begin
creepy,
with.
Wore like a weird suit with a button at the top.
I can see somebody like that, like in like complete isolation, just like starting to just like slip.
Especially after they got blown up a little bit.
Yeah, but I loved
twice.
I loved the hey, he's got no time to die, except for in this one. Spoiler alert.
He's got lots of time to die.
He dies a horrific death in this one.
He melts.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like I love their like weird, like hidden like cult kind of.
Yeah,
like it was like an Illuminati type
being
meeting.
Puppeteered.
Yeah. Like
from
it's
above.
just all these elitists in there. Yeah, and they're just carrying around a pillow with his eye on it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is? And I was like, oh my god, no way. And just I was like, fuck, because like James Bond's in there. It's obviously he's not like putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
And then I just like love that how it's just like the whole setup for him just to go there. But it's like a weird like.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's a weird MacGuffin for the bad guy.
Yeah, a weird ass birthday party. And then everybody melts.
Everybody does.
They
melt.
wipe out all of Spectra. Yes.
And then the whole eye thing leads into the best pun in probably any James Bond movie.
What, that blew his mind?
I had to show somebody a watch. It really blew his mind. That's great.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that.
He blows up a dude's head.
Yeah, it does. Q is gay.
Yeah.
Alleged, or at least bisexual.
Trisexual.
Q likes dick.
Okay.
Um,
That was awkward.
yeah, didn't really. Great.
They go over to Q's house and he's setting up a nice dinner date with
Yeah.
a man. That's all we know.
Yeah.
And then that guy never shows up, and then they
Presumably, because James Bond likes to ruin people's lives.
and then yeah.
The interaction between Q and M when Q walks in and he sees James Bond, he's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in forever." Q and M's just like, "Cut the bullshit. I know he's staying with you." We got the first F-bomb, I think.
In a James Bond movie.
Does he say an F-bomb in any of the other ones?
When's he say it in this one?
I think M says it. Like,
No.
we'll have to when we go watch it again. We'll have to listen, but he
Yeah, no,
definitely
we don't
drops the
remember
F-bomb.
anything of it.
So we get to the thing. The supervillain's lair is pretty cool. Breaking the arm.
Yeah, he breaks his arm.
I tried to look up how much force that takes. Couldn't find a number because apparently it varies. A lot was the answer. To just like snap a dude's arm in half like that. Yeah, that was visceral.
That's a movie.
It was really good. James Bond dies.
Yeah.
At the end
I was
of this
completely
movie.
okay with that.
I thought that it was a really great send off. I feel like it was very emotional. I feel like his reasoning for doing it really made sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't just it wasn't a Batman at the end of Dark Knight Rises. I'm gonna sacrifice myself even though I really don't need to, and then he really didn't.
Yeah, he could just kill people who are in contact with him.
Sure.
He has two. He was infected twice, so yeah, he gets infected.
Like the whole point.
Right, but it's anybody who has like similar genes to his girlfriend and his daughter
Yeah.
would die. So if he happens to go by anyone who
And they make it
has
very
their
clear
similar
that you
DNA.
can't get rid of it.
Right. And then plus he also has the other DNA to kill the other dude. So he's like been infected twice with this stuff that could just melt somebody's face off if you walk next to them or touch them.
Yeah.
So he kind of has to die. Like he could just go back into the office and like people are just keeling over.
Yeah, there's really no way for him to get out of that and be happy.
Right. I was actually thinking after I watched it, why didn't he just like go live somewhere by himself like he was already doing?
'Cause
And
then he
then
has
just
a
use
family.
like Skype to talk to his wife and kid.
Because then he can't bang his wife.
She can still even see him. He just can't touch her.
So he can't bang his wife.
They could figure something out, man.
He could like tape a picture of her face to another chick. It's all the same to him. He's just popping like Viagra 24/7. He's just
Fleshlight.
got a constant boner.
Why, you don't think he should have died?
No, I think it was a great send off. I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think is the reasoning makes a lot of sense, as opposed to other movies where the hero just sacrifices themselves for no real reason.
See, I was thinking like I was hoping you'd get the little stuffed animal back to his kid, but
I was hoping. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I wish they.
that was a good scene where he's walking and he just stops and just kind of like looks slowly.
I mean, just picking it up, he's smiling a little bit.
Well, like you
He's gonna
think
make that little girl's
like
day.
you think he like sees somebody to shoot, and then it's just that little.
He's got that rage
stuffed
boner,
animal.
the shooting boner that he always has, ready to murder. So his death was good.
He kills a lot of people in this movie.
He does.
He kills
Lots of people.
at least 100 people. I'm
Probably.
thinking.
And there's a whole 5 years we don't even see.
Well, he was retired.
Okay, that's another thing. So there's some videos that I might have sent, you might have seen somewhere. Mr. Sunday Movies, Weekly Planet. They do a series called Caravan of Garbage where they go through movies. Typically, when like a new Spider-Man movie was coming out, they went through and they did the Raimi trilogy
Yeah.
and they talked about them. And then now that the next Spider-Man movies come out, they're doing the Amazing Spider-Man movies and talking about them. For this one, they went back through and they did Skyfall, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Spectre. And then they did this thing where they talk about how they also did them for the Pierce Brosnan movies. Does James Bond go rogue? And does James Bond retire? Those are the two things. Like, does he do those in his movies? And in this one, he's retired at the beginning.
And then he goes
rogue from being retired, and then goes rogue from that, gets reinstated, and then goes rogue again. He goes rogue like 5 times in this movie.
Was he really rogue, though, when he was working with the Americans?
Yes. They were very explicit about that. They were like, don't do this. And he's like, fuck you. And then he did it.
What's the other dude? The guy who betrays them? Or, well, this didn't really
Oh, that
betray them.
a white guy?
The hell's... Yeah, the one that's just, like...
Don't answer that.
creepy. Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody.
Can't remember his name.
The bitch boy who gets crushed by a car.
He
I think
gets
that was his
crushed.
credit.
That scene's really cool, too, where it's just foggy and they're out in the woods.
Yeah, and James Bond's shooting a gun up into
Yeah.
the air.
Yeah, the sound for this movie was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Did you notice, like, maybe this is how the other movies are? I don't... Like, that scene where he tucks and rolls underneath the rock and the car drives over him.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, when bullets start flying, and he kind of just has, like, a confused look on his face. Like, he doesn't... You know what I mean? Like
He's not, like, running for cover. He's just like, what, huh?
Yeah, like, he just looks confused.
I did notice that he just really didn't give a shit about getting shot at.
No, I think he was just, like, so, like, obviously, like, his training kicked in, but I think he, like, was not expecting anything to ever happen again. Like,
But then in the forest, when people are shooting at him, he just starts walking.
yeah.
Like, people are actively shooting at him, and trees are, like, exploding all around him, and
yeah.
he turns around, he's just walking.
Well, yeah, he's a badass, but I'm just saying in that the opening scene, just the part where he turns around, he looks confused, and the bullets are, like, flying by him. Did you notice that you can actually, like, see, like, the stream of the bullet?
Yeah, like the trails.
Is that in any of the other movies?
Not that
Like,
I
I've
can
never
remember.
seen, like in a movie, like, bullets look like that real.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe in Skyfall.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah.
Like,
you see
it looked, like, really, really realistic. Like
like
they
you can
must
see
have
a
gone
vapor trail almost,
Yeah,
like on
like-
a plane when it goes
yeah,
supersonic.
like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, I thought that it just looked like, well, super realistic.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I don't remember. And then the last thing, or there are 2 more things. The ending was good when she's riding in the car with a little girl, and she says, "I want to tell you a story about a man named Bond, James Bond."
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
enjoyed
movie.
that. And then the
Good ending.
song you really like.
Yes, I do.
I think it's okay.
I thought it was okay when I first heard it, because I think you played it, like,
Mhm.
last year or something.
Yeah, because this movie
And
was
I
supposed to
didn't-
come out
yeah.
last year.
And I didn't like it. But in the theaters, I just thought it was like, it just has such a, like, a soft, like, eerie
Yeah.
feeling to it. Like, it's, I don't know, it just, like, fit perfectly, I think.
I like it more now probably than I did then. And I thought it was pretty okay back then too. But now
Yeah.
I'd say it's good. I'm going to say it's good. I'm going to bump it up from okay to good. I don't think it's as good as Skyfall.
Well, see, I don't, I think all 3 of those songs are good.
Spectre,
Skyfall,
Skyfall, and
Yeah, or
I like Casino Royale
Writings
too.
on the Wall. But, like, those are, I don't know, I think No Time to Die, like, I liked how it toned it down a little bit.
It was a little bit more
and it was-
mellow,
Yeah.
not as boisterous.
Yeah, not as, like she gets loud towards the end, but it wasn't like Spectra where it's just like like fucking, like, loud as shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, it gave it, like, a different feeling, because, like, normally you're like, oh my god, they're gonna play the song. Like, Skyfall starts out and it's like like ringing
Yeah.
out, and you're like, oh yeah, here comes because I get really excited for the opening credits.
Oh, with all the naked chicks.
Which I just like watching the imagery with like
It was
the
really
song,
weird
like,
and abstract, this one.
yeah, this one was weird.
Some
But,
weird bone.
Like,
looking
yeah,
stuff.
it just, they all go in like heavy, it seems like,
Uh-huh.
kind of, and then this one to just go in and be like this very faint, quiet piano. like rising
Very
up.
slow build, like an exponential build.
Yeah, and then like like I don't know. It was just good.
I agree.
Like it was just kind of like it gave me gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Which is like normally I don't like watch a movie and then get like that like geeked out or whatever nerdy type feeling.
So that was James Bond: No Time to Die.
Yes.
Will there be more to this? Maybe. We're already at like 20 something minutes.
One more thing about it.
One more thing.
One more scene that I thought was awesome was with the. Is that a truck?
Yeah.
You're not even by the road. Where are we?
It's over there, not too far away.
Oh. Oh, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. The Russian scientist scene.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of GoldenEye.
Like where the dudes are walking on the outside of the building.
Yes.
And they break in.
Yeah, that was super cool. But even just like that character, I thought it reminded me of like Boris from from GoldenEye.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's sort of like it wasn't like they were trying to like bring back that character, but it gave like kind of the same
vibe.
Yeah, which I loved because I really like GoldenEye.
It's a good movie. Best Pierce Brosnan one.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I just love how like that phone call that he gets. They're like, they're coming for you. Like they're not gonna kill
Swallow it.
Yeah, and they're just like, they won't kill you. It's like, don't worry. And they're just like massacring everyone.
It's a good scene.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Can't wait to go see it again.
Will there be more after we watch it again? I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with new things to tell. This list is pretty long. The whole sheet of paper.
You can talk about all of that.
Yeah. And even more that's not on this list, like the eyeball.
I want to see like some deleted scenes from this movie.
I can't wait to see behind the scenes stuff. It's gonna be really cool.
There already is a behind the scenes thing you can watch on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll watch that at some point probably.
But it doesn't have interviews. It's just like them saying action and.
Yeah. I don't really.
Movie.
Yeah, that's okay. No Time to Die. 8 to 8.5 out of 10. I would say.
Give it like an 8.
It's very good. I would highly recommend going to see it if it's safe to do so. I want to put that out there. We are doing fairly well where we live.
COVID.
Yeah, with the whole pandemic thing that's still going on.
You know what I tell COVID? It's just no time to die.
No time to die. I ain't got time to bleed. That was from Predator.
Yeah, it was.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 90s, I think. Maybe 80s. Late 80s.
Predator?
90s. Yeah.
That was 80s.
86. Who cares? Great movie. If you have the opportunity and you feel comfortable doing it, highly recommend going to see this in theaters because you will not be disappointed. If you
can see this in a theater that has like surround sound,
yeah,
you will lose.
Most theaters do because it's not 1882.
The one I go to is $6 a ticket, okay, and they have like 1 or 2 theaters that the sound's like really good. They pretty much use those just for the bigger movies.
Go see this on the biggest screen you can see it in.
IMAX.
Yeah, if you can.
I want to go see it in IMAX.
There's a theater in Saco.
Are they playing it?
Probably.
Do you want to go see it in IMAX?
If you want to, how about this? You pay for the tickets and you drive my ass down there so I can get shit-faced. And we'll do it. Yeah, go see this movie. It's really good. Watch the other movies probably first. Even if you've seen them before, watch them again. Just because there's a lot of
Okay, this is drawing on.
tie-in. Yeah, there is. Yeah, it is.
Cut all of this out.
I'm gonna cut a lot of it out. Yeah, that's that. Go see this movie. No Time to Die.
Go check it out. It's a good movie.
It's great. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
There we go.